when you see the reaction of the fans when there's a band playing on stage and you see how much passion and joy the bands bring to the stage. That first night open with Los Mocachetes and Iskali on stage, it was magic. Like, live music is magic. My name is Scott Happel, and I'm one of the owners here at the Federal Theater, which just recently reopened as a venue in late September. Music has always been one of the most important parts of my life. So back in 2013, when I had the opportunity to join the Oriental Theater, it just seemed like it would be a good fit and would be fun. At the Oriental Theater, it is Andy Burkaw, Peter Orr, and myself as equal partners, and that same team is here. It turns out, we never knew this, but the same family that owns the Oriental Theater in that corner owned the land of the Federal Theater in this corner of Denver also. Our landlords called and said, "Hey, would you guys be interested in the Federal Theater?" We couldn't have been more excited. While there had been a church in here, it was not used many days of the week, and it was just a thing that was, at least visually from the outside, looked like a blight upon the neighborhood. And so the opportunity to redo that marquee and to bring the building back to a real vibrant life of bringing art and culture back to the neighborhood was just super duper exciting. And the response from people who have lived in the neighborhood has been overwhelming. Like, so many people and families have come up to us during these weeks that we've been open and thanked us and told us stories of coming here in the 70s and 80s and how just really, really thrilled and excited they are. We know it opened as a silent movie theater, and somewhere in the 83, 84, 85 timeframe, it seems to have closed as a movie theater for the final time. So the landlord called in November of 2023, and we came over and walked through, and were really, really pleasantly surprised that it was in good repair. That day we left going, that could really be an opportunity. The marquee is probably going to be the thing that we're going to be the most proud of. It's just so beautiful, and seeing it go from where it was, just like a home for pigeons, and dismembered by the ears and wires hanging and stuff, to bringing it back to really as close to exactly what it looked like in the 1960s as was humanly possible. Came up with this concept of a little VIP room. Only holds about 12 to 15 people. You can rent it out as a group if you want to just invite all your friends to hang out in here for a show, or you can just buy an individual upgrade. And we wanted to kind of pay some homage to the fact that the building had been a church for so long. So we were, in our mind, it was sort of swirling with kind of what could we do to be religious without being, we're not a church, we're a music venue. So we came up with this concept of Chapel Perilous and the stained glass, and a couple of our employees painted the mural on the wall and just tried to give it a cool vibe that you would find in a venue that'd be maybe a little selfie worthy and something you could take pictures of and post on your socials and get people to know to come out to the Federal. We just try really hard to give people a good, safe, fun space to come to. And we do really think it's important that they're local businesses, that money is staying here. We're deeply, authentically independent. We're here, we're out at shows, we are spending all that money and hiring all these people that live here. And I think that there's something special about that try as they might, the bigger companies can't replicate that, because at the end of the day, all the other venues are a notch on their spreadsheet to see whether it made $10 or lost $10, and it's not an important place for a community to gather. Just come out and check us out. Go to thefederaltheater.com or theorientaltheater.com or hqdenver.com. We do concerts, we do various types of music, but we also do stand-up comedy. We have a great wrestling show at the Oriental Theater called Lucha Libre and Laughs. We have Carnaval de Sensual. We do podcasts. We absolutely have the most eclectic calendar of any place in Colorado. Come out and have a good time. I think that you'll really enjoy it.
Stay elevated by subscribing to the city's YouTube page and stay tuned to our social media channels for more content. Don't miss our new episodes of Elevating Denver, premiering each month. Thanks for watching, Denver.